Starting in 18 seconds. 10 seconds. Audio coming through. It's coming through strong.
Monday. That's Monday. Get it back to 5 minutes. But if it's just, I'll see something else we speak differently. Fine. Our team next to me yesterday about follow up from you. Since you're talking about let's go on now. It's great to the business. It's all. I'll try to put on it. So you see it. Very first is great to the English. That's one thing. I love you. Yeah. Ah, very good at it. But apparently, if you're what I would say is
Welcome. Please make your way to your seats as we're about to start with the program in 5 minutes. Please make your way to your seats as we're about to start the program. 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through and joining us today. I know we're having some snacks. We're having fun. It's a lovely Thursday night, and it definitely is one for excitement more than anything else. The theme, what did the theme say? Setting for mother? Okay. I see we stuck to the theme, hey? Except Lauren, who wants to be in South Africa still. So thank you. That looks very nice of you, know? Ladies and gents, good evening. I'd like to officially welcome you to the Jozi Cup fourth edition. Lord, you can't believe we're here for season 4 already. My name is Paul Shomwe. I will be your program director for today. The purpose of tonight's event really is to open up season 4 of Jozi Cup, the biggest winter cricket tournament hosted by Lions Cricket, of course, designed especially for our amazing club to continue to perform at the highest level, of course, in this tournament. Now, for the first time, we're streaming the launch live tonight. So let us know and let your friends know, of course, that we'll be streaming on YouTube live tonight so they can catch all of the action, all of the vibes, all of the beautiful moments here tonight on our YouTube channel as well. For those who haven't already dug in, please help yourself to the snacks on the table while we follow you through the first segment of tonight's game plan. It's definitely going to be a fun one. Now, to kick ladies and gents, boys and girls, even though I don't see the boys and girls, I see one boy over there, lovely in his white shirt. Thank you, Mommy, for coming through. We appreciate his presence as well. To kick start the evening today, I have to recognize the following Central Gauteng Lions board members. Central Gauteng Lions CEO, Mr. John Leaf Wright, and management. John is here wearing his lovely Lions cricket jersey. I'm going to leave that one. You know my son, sir. So if you can chat a little bit later on, I really appreciate it. Our key partners for the tournament, ladies and gents, Lions Cricket Clubs, key stakeholders, media partners, esteemed guests, and of course, ladies and gents, before we start with the proceedings tonight, just a little house admin for all you guests today. For everybody joining us today, please ensure your phones are on silent just for the remainder of the proceedings. We know you guys are busy, but thank you for taking the time to be here today. The sooner your phones don't ring, the sooner we can have fun and eventually get out of here and mingle amongst each other. Our social media handle is Lions Cricket News. Our hashtag is hashtag Jozi Cup, hashtag the pride of Jozi, and hashtag Lions Cricket. I do encourage you to follow Lions Cricket, of course, and use all of those hashtags there. And I guarantee you now, I spoke to Lauren earlier on, I spoke to Jono on the side, I spoke to a couple of people in the team and management today. I might have a little something special for you. If you follow, and tell it, okay? Doesn't matter if you just follow, tag, use all of those hashtags and get in touch with us on all our social media platforms. But gents, also, there is no smoking or use of electric cigarettes permitted in this area. Designated smoking area is on the balcony to your left, right, this way. The ladies' bathrooms are located next to the welcome desk right there at the front. And for the men's bathrooms, use the hallway to my left, which is this way. Exit on the door on your right-hand side, and the door will be on your immediate right. That is for the gentlemen. And of course, ladies and gents, the Popeye Act compels us to get your content prior to sharing any images from tonight. So please engage our press relations team if you wish your images not to be published on our social media channels. But I know you guys are amazing people. You love to have your pictures taken. You love to use those hashtags. So please take a couple of pictures today, a couple of videos, and maybe you can skip the guest relations team just for tonight. Yes? That years is a bit back. So the way the Jozi Cup is ready and to launch. Now, this launch, we say the season before was nothing short of extraordinary. It's because it is exactly that. It is true. Right? What you accomplished in 7 weeks is definitely the stuff of legends. Think about it. We get through around, what is it, around 420 matches? That is insane. And that's just the preliminary rounds. This tournament wouldn't have been possible without the hard work, dedication of everybody that is involved, from the players, the coaches, the officials, and the organizers. And of course, we must not forget the volunteers as well, who continue to be a part of this amazing tournament. Let's give them all, ladies and gents, a round of applause. I did say that there's a price for you posting, for you sharing, for you following Lions Quick News. There's also a prize for the person who shouts the loudest and the person who also gives us the best round of applause. So when I say the volunteers, the players, the coaches, the staff, and all of you here, can I have a round of applause, please? You know, when I talk sometimes on this stage, Lauren, people think it's just a joke. One more round of applause, please. Let me show you that I mean business tonight. Mommy, I see you. Big on the yes. Listen, if you can come and collect a sample, this is a sample, and it is an amazing, amazing cap just for that round of applause. Thank you very much. Continue to be so when I say let's do all of these things, it's not for aesthetics, okay? I'm going live today on YouTube. I have some amazing prizes for you tonight. So do shout your loudest and do give us those amazing rounds of applause. Now, ladies and gents, we pride ourselves here in recognizing the players from the under 11 right up to the veterans. So key enough to get their mugshots exhibited in College Drive for the duration of the Jozi Cup. I'm sure you've seen that on College Drive, driving around and maybe going for a run. Just look at those shots from last year's billboard. Amazing. Who will be lucky enough to grace the lands of advertising this season? Stay tuned because you don't want to miss that one. To give up the proceedings for tonight, we'd like to call onto the stage a very, very important man. You've seen him today. He comes in literally in the room and greets every single person. Doesn't matter if it's a crew, doesn't matter if it's a mom and dad. And of course, you've seen him at the tournament and on the field and at the events. Central Gauteng Lions Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Sibs. A very special welcome to all of you here this evening for the fourth launch of the Jozi Cup. And what a celebration it is here in 2025. Sibs, you know, at Lions Cricket, I always deliver. So I sent on into my office, and here's your 2XL.
Oh,
So maybe what I'm saying is very true. I've decided to tell Aline to bring me 3 more. And I'll add that to your prize list, and maybe we can hand out some more here tonight. But ladies and gents, what a wonderful occasion this is as we celebrate the Jozi Cup of 2025. I always made the joke that SA20 officially started after the Jozi Cup, and they stole our idea 4 years ago. So the official launch of real T20 cricket in this country started here at the DP World Wanderers and started here at Lions Cricket, and then Graham and the team copied us for season 1 of SA20. So they always follow us and we'll always lead. But it really is a great celebration here this evening of over 126 teams from 28 different clubs. In season 1, we had 18 clubs. We had about 1,800 players, and now we've grown to over 1,900 players in season 4. 26 different clubs, 129 different teams. ranging, as Sibu said, from our under 11s right up to our veterans over 40s. This year, really, what's exciting is that we've also introduced a under 13 girls division with 5 new teams in that under 13 girls division, which really speaks to our diversity, our inclusivity, and our equity that we're trying to drive here at Lions Cricket, that we're trying to instill here at Lions Cricket as we grow the women's game. As you know, women's cricket became professionalised only 2 seasons ago, and Lions Cricket won their first trophy in the Pro 50 a couple of weekends ago and lifted their first bit of silverware in the professional era of women's cricket, which we're really excited about. So it's great to have the under 13s division join us, and all of those girls teams that are playing the Jozi Cup for the first time. Welcome to all of you. As you know, we did have a slight name change this year. It's no longer the Deodora Jozi Cup, which was season 1 to 3. It's not just the Jozi Cup, but I'd like to acknowledge Mashant and Nix and the entire Deodora team for what they've helped us achieve in seasons 1 to 3. I'm sure Mashant's not going to get as much grey hair this season because he's not doing the kit. And I'm sure you're not going to have as much grey hair this season because, well, in fact, you will, because now you're going to do your own kit. But it certainly was a decision that both of us took in the best interest of the tournament and allow you as clubs to now do your own kit and do what you need to do. And really, some of you are using your same kit throughout the year, which we're also really excited about. So to Deodora, thank you very much, and thank you for continuing to remain on as partners. All the caps for all the players will be coming from Deodora. One's already been handed out here this evening. The MVP awards, a lot of other prizes throughout the season are still being sponsored by Deodora as our incredible partners. So thanks to the Deodora team for staying on and keep on walking this journey with us. Thank you. As you know, over 500 matches will be played over 6 weeks. Many of you may or may not know, but the men are currently playing in a final here at the Deep Field Wanderers in the 4-day comp. It's actually a 5-day match, but unfortunately today the field was still damp, so hopefully the first ball will be bowled tomorrow morning at 9:30, and I'd like to especially welcome the media and the team here. And I know Stuart and Ken have been here since early this morning waiting for that new ball that never came. But hopefully you'll talk up tomorrow morning, guys, and we'll get to see, hopefully, the Deep Blue Lions men's team retain their title and win it for the 2nd year in a row. As you know, Deep Blue Lions, from a professional perspective, have won close on 10 trophies over the past couple of years in both men and women. They've been a dominant force in domestic cricket, and that's because of the pipeline, that's because of the Talent Acceleration Program. And the Jozi Cup really speaks to that. When the launch happened 4 years ago, it was to allow clubs and our member base to grow in our pipeline system. And if I see what it's done and what it's achieved over the past 4 years, it's been really incredible. We've got a player here sitting at table 1, Ruben Dutoy, who I see dominating at the Jozi Cup. Ruben's a future star for the Lions, I'm sure. And many of the players that participate currently have come through the ranks from many of you as clubs right through our system. And today we get to celebrate much of your hard work as we see them lift the trophies in the professional game. So thank you so much to you as the clubs for backing this tournament 4 years ago, for continuing to back it today. And what's so beautiful about it is that it stretches as far as Swanepoel, Fifiso, Soweto, the Vaal, who I see my mates here tonight from the Vaal. Thank you for driving far to come and visit us here tonight at the launch. Right down to Heidelberg, right down to many different places within the Lions cricket jurisdiction. And it really speaks to what we are at Lions cricket, and that's about being one big family. As you know, at Lions cricket, we don't lose, we either win or we learn. And certainly the last 3 years of the Jozi Cup has taught us many things, has allowed us to learn many things, and we believe that in season 4, we're going to put much of that learning into place so that we can ensure that season 4 is a great experience and an elevated experience for you as our clubs and for every single player and participant that's playing in this wonderful tournament. As many of you have already said, welcome back. I was in India for the past 12 days with the Super Kings. I watched 4 IPL matches. I got home after midnight last night, and I wasn't going to miss this launch or the final of the 4-day cup. But one of the things and one of the big meeting points in India was around this Jozi Cup and around the Super Kings' involvement in it, and how Super Kings can continue to support us as we drive community cricket. So I am really excited to have retained them on as a partner. I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to the table even more in 2025 for our players and our participants and you as clubs. And hopefully we'll see even bigger and greater things coming from them as we move forward into this edition of the Jozi Cup. In closing, in a couple of weeks' time, you'll see the big pylons of the Deep World Wanderers, the big light pylons coming down. You'll see all the lights being taken out, and you'll see all the pylons being cut into, unfortunately, a whole lot of different segments because they can't remove the entire thing. But we're preparing for World Cup 2027, which will be hosted in South Africa. And I'm sure many of you will know, as South Africa's only Tier 1 stadium, hopefully we'll host some of the big matches and undoubtedly the World Cup final in 2027. And with that, we need some brand new LED lighting to maintain our standard, to make sure that we meet the ICC minimum standards. So by October, by the end of October this year, we'll have brand new pylons and brand new LED lights. That will be our lighting for the Deep World Wanderers, which we're extremely excited about. That does mean, though, that the finals of a couple of you do get to play Jozi Cup under lights. This particular season, we won't be playing any finals under lights for this year. And we've extended the finals of the Jozi Cup to the weekend of 21-22 June as well, to ensure that all the finals can still be played here at the Wanderers. Obviously, this lighting decision was something that was made recently. It's happening at 4 stadiums, us, Supersport Park, Kingsmead and Newlands. So we won't be having any finals this particular year under lights for Jozi Cup, but all of the finals will still be played here. Hence, we've extended the finals weekend to the following weekend, post-Youth Day weekend, to also include 21-22 June. So that's it from me. Thank you once again. Remember, as I always say, champions don't become champions when they win the events, but in the hours, the weeks, the months, and the years they spend preparing for it. And the victorious performance itself is merely a demonstration of their championship character. And certainly for us at Lions Cricket, we don't only celebrate great cricketers on the field, but great human beings off it, great people and players that can live the brand of your clubs and live the brand of Lions Cricket. I'm very excited for season 4. What's key is your leadership. What's key is that as a community, we continue to live, love, learn, and lead. And that we need to remember as leaders in this room that it sums it up in 3 words, and that's impact, and that's influence, and that's inspiration. And as leaders within this room, and as club chairs and as stakeholders that really lead your own clubs and lead your own communities, I'm requesting that in season 4 of the Jozi Cup, that all of you continue to drive impact, that all of you continue to influence the community that you serve and the community that we collectively serve, and that we all continue to inspire the next generation of Lions cricketer and Protea cricketer that can lift trophies for us many years to come. But without you, none of it would be possible. So thank you for making it all possible, and enjoy the night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. John Leith Wright, for your inspiring words. And what an incredible feat to have the Joburg Super Kings support the tournament once again. Another one of the applause, please. Come on. John, please don't go anywhere because I might need you for just a minute. You're being important guy. Are you surprised that you might have to come back to the stage? No, right? And also because I'm a happy camper now, I got the jersey, so I can leave and you can just MC this. It's fine. Yeah? Ladies and gents, at this point in time, I'd like to call onto the stage DP World Lions player and Jozi Cup ambassador, Dozake Raisingre. It's special. Fill out every single season who has the best funny captions on social media, most creative photoshopping skills, and the top hashtag game. Remember our hashtags, we have them here at Lions Cricket as well. Please, all heads, yeah. All right. Oh, here we go. Awesome. Randburg, Old Lions, Max Park, Jeppy to the stage. A round of applause, please. Make your way to the stage. All right, so you're going to do just line up. So it seems you've got a people shy, not a camera shy, to it over here, but don't worry. Everything is all good. We've got Jono, we've got Mr. Isibe over here. We are all good. Just don't tell your friends from 2023, right? We may have forgotten, but each club that is on this stage with me tonight receives a signed DP World Lions shirt from the 2024-2025 season. Frame them and hang them in your clubhouses. Those signatures are worth their weight in gold. Can you come around? And some pictures over there. Yes, Lebo, I see you. There we go. We can use those hashtags for the Lions Cricket News. Lions Cricket News, rather. Gents, thank you so much. Enjoy those jerseys, hang them up, take a picture, and tag us. This is all of us. You know, thank you so much. Oh, can you stay? Okay. No, you've got to work tonight, sir. This is why you're the CEO. Can I have Team Rachel come back to the stage for a very special one? The Rachel, the representative here. Something very special, right? As our social media club of the season, and I can tell you come up with the best captain. Yeah?
We've got a good team.
You've got a good team. Okay, but a good team on the field is different, John, from a good team on the socials, right? Yes. The social media club of the season, you select a suite to one international match of your choosing for your club for the coming season. Congratulations. Now that we've had this award, John, thank you so much. Raisibe, thank you so much. We appreciate you wearing the G2 chip. Looking good with your swag. Please take a picture. Follow us on social media and use the hashtags that I mentioned earlier. So, James, I wonder, now that we've given this award, no? Who is going to up their social media game with those captions, with those pictures, and with those hashtags? Make sure you do it because by this time next year, when we do this, maybe the price, the pot is going to even be bigger. As we move on, ladies and gentlemen, are we still good?
Yeah.
Can I hear everyone because? So you see the cap words. You warmed up it's like this earlier. Keep it here, right? Because I've got more prizes for you guys later on today. But as we move on, ladies and gents, what did they say about recognizing individual talent? Each top batter and bowler in their respective divisions were invited to attend a coaching session with our incredible coaching staff led by the legendary Alan Donald and, of course, Russell Domingo as well. We're sure the younger kids were more excited by the actual session itself or the potential signatures and autographs that they were going to get from those two gentlemen. But again, their parents couldn't decide either. With 420 matches came 420 MVP awards, which were whittled down to 3 MVP winners for the junior age division teams, men, women's categories. Now, the weekly MVP winners were each featured a top class pair of schools like Diadora, and our overall MVPs for the 3 categories walked away with piles of goodies as well, courtesy of Diadora. Now, the junior MVP, Cooper Swindon, hails from Old Lions, and our ex-javelin DP World Lions player, Sunet Peluno, represents Randburg and athlete, scoring Ruben Detroit, waves the Old Edge flag. I do believe that Cooper and Ruben are here with us tonight. Good sees, if you could please come through, come closer to the stage and let us know how you feel about what the Jozi Cup is when playing for Old Lions, what that means to you. Are they here? Are they ready to come to the stage? How you find? That's one of those. You just like it.
Hello, everybody. Uh, this last Jozi Cup season has been a very good one. I think it is very good to meet other people and bond with other teams and really get to know each other better and make more friends. And it was a lot of fun, and we were blessed to have such nice facilities and stuff like that. Thank you.
Amazing. What are you doing for the and get music. Clients, I mean, Jozi Cup experience for you, what it means.
Yeah, first of all, I'd just like to say thanks for everyone making this wonderful tournament possible. I think it's definitely one of the best winter tournament we have as players in the off season. Just to keep on playing cricket, to keep on having fun, and yeah, it's just an amazing tournament. You meet a lot of new people, make a lot of friends, and a lot of good quality games. So yeah, I would definitely recommend playing in the tournament, and yeah, it's
Amazing,
really good.
amazing. Thank you so much. Should I ask how old you are? 12. But you must be at least 16. I wish at 12 years old I spoke as well as he did. Please, I'm not allowed to know because young man was so economic. So this was clearly a spiritual thing, eh? You get the prize, and you've got the young man as well. The Jozi Cup is in good hands, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025, and we're going to keep it going. Now, our credible partner, ladies and gents, JSK, also awarded every MVP with tickets to SA20 matches in January and, of course, in the month of February as well. Around 800 tickets were given away to our Jozi students. All right. I know those tummies are rambling right now, but we are almost at the end of our first segment. We are going to have a dinner soon, but we do need to give another round of applause to all our winners from 2024. I'm going to ask you to hold those because I'm going to let you know who the 2024 Diadora Jozi Cup winners were. Are we ready? All right. Take never. Ladies and winners, run back. Team winners, SNA Saturn Tiger. Team winners, Chevy. The 16 winners, Renegades. 118 winners. You might have guessed it classics in the Renegade once again. Our senior open winners, GM Gold and Warriors. The women's open winners, Renegades. Men's open winners, GM Gold and Warriors. And now for our blind cricket winners, Johannesburg Society for the Blind. Lovely, ladies and gents, our veteran winners, Chippy. Now, our GC Cup organizers are finally finished with their scales and balances, looking at the number of teams entered, teams' progression throughout the tournament, and of course, the total number of MVPs from the club, one trophy winners at the finals. We can finally announce the 2024 Dora Jozi Cup Club of the Season. Can I get a drum roll, please? Right here, Furniture. If I can have General Invite back to the stage, please. Once again, can I also have the representative from the Randburg Cricket Club on stage with me, with Jono, and of course, Assistant Director, Mr. Brian Patel. Ladies and gents, we also have on the stage Ashant from Theodora. Welcome to Randburg Cricket Club. Could I have those gentlemen on the stage, please? Press 25,000 rand. We will have a lovely photo op with our CEO and Mr. Patel as well. Congratulations once again. Great. Ladies and gents, we have come to the end of our first segment. And I'd like to invite you to all help yourself to some dinner. We will reconvene in 20 minutes for the second half of these proceedings. Enjoy dinner. Thank you.
So the vision was really to create this inclusive, diverse environment for club cricketers to embrace and be a part of, to create a platform that they can showcase their skills. And we believe we've done that well in the deal with Jozi Cup. We believe we've given all players from young as 10 years old right up to these little 40s here that are about to take the field for their final an opportunity to just enjoy the game, love what they do, and get some people to come and support them. It's been an event which, as you know, has taken 6 weeks to get to the finals, and here we are. And the fireworks are on, the music is playing, the jumping castles, the face bangers. It's going to be a carnival of cricket, a carnival of cricket this weekend at the DP World Wonders. We just want to entertain people. We want people to enjoy playing cricket. We want people to feel what we feel when we're inside. We want people to see that. Even if you can see, you can't see me, you can't see me. So we just try to take advantage of the people, to enjoy it, to make awareness about the sport. We're doing very good job at the moment because we're basically sport coming from the groundwards. As you see, the best players in South Africa, they are from Lions side. Both teams, when you see them, they're having international players. I think we saw one with Peter Beruan, we saw Peter Beruan, saw Sia, Peter Beruan. We saw that the work that we do in underground is actually helping a lot. I mean, it's actually helping to align the house.
Cool, what do you say? So you've been interviewed before. Your first time.
Been interviewed by a teacher. Question was very difficult.
Mentioned this so many events. What's your mindset for you?
Once you just hit the and place it in the gap. And also, I still got a fast side in the door.
So even used to say when he's put back to his bed, because he loves it so much. He eats cricket, speaks cricket, sleeps it, talks it, and he just loves it. He's passionate about it. He knows the players' names, the foreign players, international players, and he really wants to do his cricket all the time. He's really, really loving his cricket and really love what he does, and he's got a passion about it. Well, the finalists team, I think, did an excellent job after one of those activities. I think just putting in the hours of work and then just coming in and performing for the team is so great. It's not taking off. Not saying everyone takes, but it's also supports charity. It also cricket was not drink all the cricket. And it's amazing to means the really good of the cheap area. It's just a really serious. My taste of it. Right, it's fine. Well, no, like, you know what you do, my favorite, you have to tell you, I enjoy the stuff and I'm video. Coming back next week, let's go. Yeah, we talked about that next season then.
And I know when I was growing up, we didn't have privileges like this. And for our boys to be part of something and all the boys to be part of it. And I don't think they'll ever really appreciate what this actually really needs. But maybe when they're older like myself, they'll like, these were the good times. What I can say was that there are 22 players with championship characters that we're celebrating tonight. Thank you to the moms and dads. Thank you for supporting your children. I look forward to signing a few contracts here in the next couple of years for the DQO plans. But it's just one day. Thank boys. You have lots to celebrate. Thank you.
We came a long way as a team, and I'm very proud of it. It's a big, yeah, it's
The bank, there's a lion leading me, the Johnson, and then, and it's just, I'm going to put them, that there's a winner. It's what it's like to you. Just so pitch is amazing. I don't get to play on stuff that good every day. Makes your job very easy as a person because you can have to play for the life. And it's a big day, it's a bigger game for us. It's a it's really help. It's not about me. I like to contribute, obviously, and with the ball, I don't bowl much for the Lions, so to do it is a lot of fun. So I'm happy to get 2 wickets and help bowl my part up. So I've had ball spots during this game. Season, I'm all over. Agora temos que fazer uma diferença no season before next season. Yeah, and I'm the best at that. champions don't become champions when they win the events. But in the hours, the weeks, the months, and the years they spend preparing for it. And the victorious performance itself is merely a demonstration of their championship character. Yes, I know sport has winners and losers, but I know tonight I didn't only have 22 players that showcased great skill on that field, but 22 great human beings that showcased great character. And for that, I salute you all and congratulate you all. As I've used to quote many times before, us at Lions Cricket have not only wanted to produce great cricketers on the field, but great human beings off it. Great players that can impact communities, change lives, and drive South African cricket forward. I'm not sure who the next two Blue Lions play may be out of these two teams. I'm not sure who the next Protea play may be out of these next two teams. But what I can say is that nothing's impossible, and I want us to keep dreaming together.
Ladies and gents, that wise. So hopefully in the 2025 season, we can have a look and John can have a look and pick out a couple of players that will be ready for contracts much later on, huh, John? You can see any? Absolutely. Are we moving, cruising nicely? All right. Okay. I get it. And just welcome back to the second half, to the second segment round of our program. Of course, I'm your host and your program director, Spook Shomwe. Here, and of course, we'll be reviewing which clubs will be competing in the Jozi Cup 2025. Of course, I did say earlier on that you should choose and kindly follow Lions Quick News, use the hashtags, the pride of Jozi, hashtag Jozi Cup, the hashtag Lions Cricket. I'm wondering who's taken a picture, who has a video, who's posted it on a story, who's actually followed our social media pages. Are there any people that have done that so far? Okay. Have you really done it, man? Really? So what did you do? Did you follow? Untag? And use which hashtag did you use? Lions Cricket. Okay. So I've got a winner. I've got somebody that has done what I said we must do. And man, you get yourself a sample cap. So, ladies and gents, I hope we had a fantastic dinner. We've got some more prizes later on in the program, but for now, let's jump straight into it. This season promises to be a truly memorable one with a diverse range of talent and, of course, competition. Just to remind you about what you saw earlier, we have 26 entered Lions clubs competing in the 2025 season. These clubs will be fielding 129 teams within 12 different categories, ranging from the 11th to veterans, including not one, but two blind cricket teams. Applause for that. This season, we are also proud to welcome the new Jozi Cup clubs, Roshni and Fredericton, as well into the mix. We're also very pleased to introduce the 13 girls division for the first time, where 5 teams will be taking part in the race to victory. If that does not deserve I'm glad you're very happy about that, because that is going to be a what for us this season. We're thrilled also to see how these clubs will perform in the upcoming matches. The clubs entered with their amazing loved and pre-loved clothing designs are AJ Rudman teams under 13 girls will enter 5 total teams. Bushbucks Black Cricket with 1 team, Diadora men and women with 1 team each. The Rattles Cricket Club with 1 team. GM Old Edwardians Cricket Club with teams. I'll tell you, enter 10 teams. So I mentioned Jackie already, yeah? She's from Jackie too. All right. Let's start. So Johannesburg Society for the Blind with one team. So Cricket Club
Good.
Cricket Club with one team as well. Corsa Cricket Club with 8 teams. Lenasia. Shout out to Corsa. Lenasia Cricket Club with 5 teams as well. Old Lions Cricket Club with 7 teams. Old Parks Cricket Club with 1 team. Old Faltonians Cricket Club with 3 teams. And the team that you saw earlier on receiving a big prize, the Randburg Cricket Club. Can you just guess how many teams they have? A couple of guesses. How many? How many? 8, okay. 12, okay, sir.
They use them as teams, not teams.
Team Club. The Randfontein Cricket Club with 2 teams. Renegades Cricket Club with 2. Michigan Cricket Club with 1 team. Sancton Tigers Cricket Club with 2 teams. Soweto Sotra.
Yes.
Soweto Pioneers Cricket Club with 7 teams. Sunnyville Cricket Club, 2 teams. Earlier, Freemason Junior Cricket Club with 2 teams. Wanderers Cricket Club, I'm also going to allow you to guess this one. If you guess right, I might just give you something. If you guess wrong, shoot your sword in. 13, 15, 12, 17, 14. I can't say that. Show me you hear that. I don't hear it. Cricket Club.
I hear you know.
Oh, you think, okay, no.
Done.
We will have to speak to management and see if the prize is warranted or not. But I'll get back to you. Yes. For the Wanderers Cricket Club, we have Western Warriors Cricket Club with 6 teams. SEDP Cricket Club with 6 teams. And lastly, Zoo Lake Cricket Club with 3 teams. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your 2025 entered teams. I do think Randburg has it down. I mean, entered the most teams. Many are most likely to win trouble the season yet again. Do we agree or disagree? Randburg, what do you say? You have 15 teams, but you're not sure.
No.
There we go. Okay. So I have to see. I feel like let's let you guys to other clubs in the incoming season. Still like go back with some more teams and just compete in the Jozi Cup.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, have you picked up on the trend that we have? The new Jozi Cup design caps with each new season. In 2024, we have those quality green playing caps with the orange MVP caps for awarded MVP in the competition. Who's didn't know was he should tell you that you knew about 5 orange caps, not to mention the red orange cap. That is quite a collection. A round of applause for Cement. No. And with that said, we are super proud to unveil our 2025 playing caps and stand out in caps. With that said, I will ask again. So, I've got 2 caps here. 11. And we can see what's problematic in school here. Very big problem. So I'm sure you spent the back in school. You can see, right? So I've got 2 caps. I'm asking, who has followed our social media platforms? Lions, Drake, News. Use the hashtag, the title, Jozi, use the hashtag, Jozi Cup. Who's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I'm going to ask Lauren, I'm going to ask Jono, I'm going to ask the management of Lions Cricket and Jozi Cup. I'm going to ask one of my favorite female players, I'm very to use my slides to reach the fundraise itself and figure out who I'm going to give this president. I'm going to ask the gentleman from Shelton to us. As well. What's your name, Johan? Johan, you're joking, I know you're Please come. So, can we get the people that followed our social media platforms to the hashtag, to the Twitter, and it's going to be supporting the Jozi Cup 2025 this season? You already have a cat. Okay, so you see the hands, right? So I'm going to leave it up to you slides. I'm going to leave it up to Raymond to see who they give their thanks to. Let's go. Share. Go on. If you want to be something in life, even if you're 40 something or 50 something, moms and dads, follow this young man right here. He'll show you something. The one in the white shirt. Did you hear him speak? Did you hear him speak earlier on? He speaks amazing. Thank you so much for following Lions Creek News, following us on all social media platforms, using the hashtags, of course, hashtag Jozi Cup, hashtag the pride of Jozi rather, and hashtag Lions Cricket as well. Following, keep us, keep with the Jozi Cup 2025. That's just, we've reached the end of the program for this evening. It's been a fantastic time celebrating the upcoming season and the achievements of our cricket community. Your enthusiasm, even though I had to get it from blinding you with our caps, but it is very much appreciated and we truly made this event special. Now to wrap things up, please join me in welcoming our Assistant Tournament Director, Mr. Brian Patel, to the stage as I'm closing him up. Please lift him to the floor. Good evening, all, and everyone. Thank you also. Good evening, and thank you for for attending this event. I think on behalf of Ruben, the tournament director, and myself as the assistant tournament director, we just like to say thank you for your participation, your entries thus far. It's been good. The numbers have increased, and I'm sure you've seen from the tournament or the season that was on the recap video that it's a community tournament. The involvement that is there, the involvement of you as stakeholders within our space is very important. It's also key to growing the game, the passion of the game, and the love of the sport. So it just shows that, with the members sitting in the room here, it's about how we then also have an impact within our areas and space. Excuse me. So with regards to the Jozi Cup, the platform that is there for it's all about just creating opportunity for individuals to come through, for the children to come through, and also as a tool and mechanism to bridge gaps and boundaries. So the key area in this, in giving thanks to everybody for being here this evening, is just about saying thank you. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for being there. But essentially, it's also about saying, what are we breeding? We're breeding a proper cricket pipeline. The pipeline that's going to feed Lions cricket essentially.
And although it is seen as a winter tournament, when we look at it, it's our season condensed into 7 weeks. It makes up over 500 games that will be taking place in that 7 weeks. It's all contributions that will come in from you and saying, you know what, the condensed movement of playing in colored clothing, having access to the wonderful stadium in the DP World Wonder Stadium, the iconic DP World Wonder Stadium, and making sure that in that space we also have an impact in saying we are welcoming you to the stadium. We are saying that you are part of our stakeholders, the involvement, you have a piece of the actual structure that's here. It's how we then going to give back to everybody in this space in saying you are involved, you are part of us, and we are all the Jozi Cup. So essentially, in saying all of this, we're saying with 129 teams, firstly, 5 under 13 girls teams coming into the space. It's the first time ever that we're going to be breeding that within our pipeline. And being the forerunners in the space with regards to women's cricket, we're saying that development is going to continue, not only for the Jozi Cup, but for Lions cricket on the whole. So when we look at it, it's a lot that we go through. But essentially, in saying that, we're here to say thank you this evening. So to all contributing factors and contributing people to our structure to have this lovely evening, we'd like to say thank you to Adriano and Shattered Glass for the presentation and the items that you see with regards to visuals, audio visuals, and accessibility to the stage and every access. We say thank you to the Lions Cricket staff members that also put this together with regards to Eileen and the team behind it. We'd like to say thank you to them. Thank you to Market Caterers for the lovely meal which you had this evening. Thank you to Stacy for streaming live online and making sure that everybody has access to it. Those that are at home, thank you very much for logging in and joining online. And then also to Diodora for the prizes, thank you very much. To Migration, our digital sponsors or digital movement, thank you very much for accessing on there and also sharing content. And making sure, thank you to Spoon for being a wonderful host, making sure and MC, making sure everything is going through. Thank you very much for coming and so in there, we also know that with regards to it, each club had to more or less work and put on the badge. So there's a badge and flag that goes along there where we work with the colors. So when we look at it, the representation of those colors and representation of the badge is also key and important to driving Jozi Cup as a community aspect and inclusivity of everybody within the sport. So when we look at it, we know that the color black on top of the flag is there for racism. The purple area is there for anybody? Gender-based violence. So you look at it, there's gender-based violence. And then when we look at it, the pink is there for breast cancer. So breast cancer awareness or cancer awareness. So when we look at it on that basis, we're also saying be inclusive in that space. And what you play in the Jozi Cup and also having that on your clothing, that is the key area of saying you are also in support of Lions Initiative. We are support of what we drive at Lions and move forward with. So please continue to be that inspiration and inspiring factor in that space and keep pushing along those lines. Okay, so when we move through, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say thank you to our partners, our players, social media, and everyone at home. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for logging in, liking, subscribing, making sure that you continue to use those handles in all that we do in posting. And let's make sure that we have a lovely Jozi Cup 2025. Let's stay safe. Let's travel home safely. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much for those closing remarks, Mr. Ryan Patel. David Hotula is the prefect of Lion Cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get out of here, before we mingle, before we get our drinks on and continue fun for the night before we go home, I did say, once again, hashtags, use all of those, follow up social media. And there's a cricket club that has been very, very special and has been very active on social media throughout this entire evening. I'm seeing story after story. I'm seeing them post hashtag after hashtag. Shippy, what is the word? Please come forward and collect a jersey for your team. Thank you to the head coach, the head girl, the Jerry Cricket Club. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gents, I've got 2 more jerseys. And I heard through grapevine, a little birdie told me that there was a player from the blind cricket club. And of course, they are represented here today. They are here and they have been here the whole time. So a representative means of my guy is right over there, he's coming through. So round of applause, please. Good job. Really good check. Thank you. You put a very nice cap, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
My last gift for the evening, sanctioned by our CEO himself, Johnny Frank, was wearing the same shirt. So, once again, I'll ask that question.
Waiting.
Who followed? Who used the hashtag? Who's been on social media not cheating? Do you have any takers? 1, 2, Ranford team? Back there, sir. Where are you from? Okay, you're gonna have to help me. There's 3 gentlemen here. Ranking team, 1 at the right and 1 there. Which one sir? Saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is our prize winners today. I really appreciate you taking the time to come in today. Without any further words, thank you so much. Please drive home safely and please support and keep enjoying Jozi Cup 2025. Good night.